Hello, hello, hello. It's me, Josie, coming on live inside our group, Women Who Lead with Heart. Just warming up. As I'm waiting for people to enter, I'm just going to give you a little eye candy. Look where I am. Coming at you live from Orcas Island, Washington State. These beautiful flower boxes on this dock. And this little old-timey resort with these little wooden cabins all along the beach. And that's us way over there in the corner. Cabin number 12, same week every year, here on Orcas Island. And I'm going to take you on a little walk. I'm just on my cell phone, so if you're joining me live, give me a hey, a hello, an emoji, a high five. If you're on replay, give me a hashtag replay. Wow, check this out. These folks just caught a crab. Whoa, that looks pretty cool. And some salmon. Today's topic is about being more brave. And I know that if you're in this group, you're a woman of action. You're somebody who likes to feel like you are leading your life. You want to feel courageous. You want to feel bold. But sometimes we hold back. That Nike slogan is all well and good, but what if you can't just do it? What if it's not just a matter of procrastination or making the decision to take action? What if you actually are sort of held up, hesitating, having difficulty being brave? That's what this talk is about. If it was just about just do it, there wouldn't be much to say, right? Nike's brilliant that way. I found the quickest 3-word way to encourage people to start working out. Are you enjoying this view? I want to talk about the core skill that you need to develop to help you become more brave. How do you become more brave? If you could just kind of double dare yourself into doing something, you would be doing it by now. But if you're holding back, if there are things that you long for in your life, if there are ways that you'd like to be that are elusive for you right now, I want to give you the core quality that I coach my clients through and to so that they can be more brave. Are you tracking? Give me a hey, give me a hello, give me a hi. So, the core characteristic and quality that I want to talk about for helping you become more brave is curiosity. It's an open-minded wonderment, an ability to stay in curiosity, questioning, while you are facing something that is challenging you when you're having difficulty being brave. This is the how. Is the skill needed is to be curious. So let's say there's something big on your roster. You're thinking, I want to quit this job and I want to go for something that I really desire. I'm going to try a different venue altogether, a different industry. But I'm nervous, right? Because it feels like a big change and I don't know if I'll succeed and I don't know what the outcome will be, and I'm not feeling courageous. I'm not feeling brave. I'm not feeling bold. I'm holding back. If you're using this core concept of curiosity, you actually just sit with that discomfort and think, oh my God, I'm so scared about that. That every time I think of it, I just get nervous. And you think, okay, I'm just going to be curious. Why am I nervous? What's coming up for me that makes me feel nervous? Well, if I go for this other job and I end up actually getting it, what if I don't like it? What if I regret it? What if I feel disappointed? What if I don't want to feel regret or disappointment? That could be possible. So you just are curious. Okay, so I'm afraid of feeling regret and disappointment. How else could I be curious in this moment? Okay, let's say I am feeling regret and disappointment. How likely is that? Am I willing to feel potential regret and disappointment in exchange for making a change? Would I rather stay where I am, feeling despondent, nonplussed, not excited, depressed, demoralized, flat? Would I rather pick this or the the potential disappointment, which, say I'm staying in curiosity, if I had to pick one, which one would I choose? And knowing that it might not be disappointing, it might not be full of regret and remorse, I might actually like the choice that I made. This is me just kind of playing out in this one-way forum how you might be curious or use curiosity to help you face those inflection points in your life where you might be locked up, held up, hesitating, worried, scared, nervous, and not being brave, being in fear. What do you think of that? What is on for you that keeps you holding back because you're nervous about the magnitude of what you're considering? It feels too big, too scary, too uncertain. You could actually post in our group. You can post in this live. What's the one thing or things that you think you long for more bravery, more courage, but you're holding back because you're afraid? What is it? And now, using curiosity, I'm going to give you my 3 two-word questions that I love to use on myself and with my clients to help shake things up a little bit. So I gave you that inquiry, like, how might you be curious and stay in curiosity when you're feeling resistance or worry or fear, when you're struggling with something, right? Just being curious, being open, asking an open inquiry of yourself. But I'm going to give you some real questions that you can ask. Are you ready? The first question you might use, let's say you have something on your heart. I love that phrase. Something that you desire, something that you long for, something that you wish for, something that you would be thrilled to have, but you're afraid to go for, some double dare that you'd like to achieve, something that you dream of. The first provocative way that you're going to use curiosity is in this 2-word question. You ready? I'm going to use my famous pink sticky notes. What if? What if? What if it's possible? What if I go for it and nothing bad happens? What if I take a half step towards that direction and see how it feels? What if I don't risk everything? What if I simply do a little research? What if I apply? What if I ask some questions of Google? What if I just get started? Okay, that's the first question. Do you like that one? I'm taking you on my little walking tour. Now this, you're not authorized to incite more fear. You don't want to say, well, what if I fail? What if I fall on my face? What if it's a terrible decision? What if I regret it for the rest of my life? We're not playing that what if game. We're helping ourselves stay open and curious and take some steps towards just playing with that edge. What if I jump and nothing bad happens? See what comes up for you. Ready for the second question? Second 2-word question. Why not? Why not? Why not try that big, bold thing? Why not trust that maybe it works out? Why not consider maybe it is for me? Maybe I can do it. Maybe people like me do get to do those things. Maybe, why not? Why not me? Why not my turn? Why don't I get to say? Why don't I get to pick? Why not me getting to say yes and no to something? Just spend a little time there, not in judgment, not in beating yourself up, not in shaming yourself, like, why don't you do that? Or you should never, why not? Why haven't you done it yet? That's not what we're doing. We're just being curious. Why not? What do you like? What do you think of that one? Do you like that question? And then my third and famous one, and I need to give a little preamble about this. This is not to shame yourself or to make yourself feel bad. That's not why we're staying open and curious. It's to make a little light of this, to hold it loosely, to not make this such a do or die decision point. The third and final question, 2-word question, so what? So what? So what if you try and fail? So what if you are disappointed? So what if they think something of you? So what if they judge you? I know that that could be extremely triggering if you feel fearful of some of those things, of how you might humiliate yourself or be rejected or expose yourself or be vulnerable or be wrong. And that you naturally want to avoid those things because it doesn't feel good or safe to be rejected, wrong, humiliated, criticized, exposed. But you know what? You're strong enough to handle the disappointment, and you cannot control those outcomes anyway. If you think that you're keeping yourself safe by not taking big, bold action and by second guessing things and holding back and assessing the likelihood before you take a bold step because you want to avoid those painful outcomes, you actually never could have controlled that in the first place. It just feels like you can. It just seems like if you prepare a lot or take time or review all the possible outcomes or think of the circumstances and the consequences all the way through, that somehow you have more control over that outcome and being prepared for it. But really, this is the easy breezy so what? Like, people are judging us all the time. People have their own thoughts. People have their own disappointments, their own expectations that we never could control. So the so what question is really confronting that reality and realizing, if we can't control everything, if we can't make people like us, if we can't make people believe that we're right, if we can't earn their praise, if we can't impress them, if we can't control what they think of us, so what? So why am I so locked up and fearful of going big or going after the thing or taking a chance? If I think I'm preventing myself from certain painful emotions, I never could have controlled what they thought anyway. Are you following me? So what isn't to beat ourselves up. It's to realize that when we're in our own drama, when we're in our own head, we're sort of holding the ceiling down on possibility very tightly. And the reality is, no one else is taking yourself that seriously. Even if you worry about what your mother-in-law thinks, or your sister, or your friend group, or your boss, or people online, you might worry a lot about what they think about you. But honestly, people aren't thinking that much about us. We think about ourselves all the time, but other people are not thinking about us all the time. And if they are, I'd question whether you really need that kind of influence in your life. If it's a judgment, a judgy, critical type of focal point on you. So what suggests that it doesn't matter what they think. They probably aren't even thinking that much about you. And if you were to fail and feel disappointed and be embarrassed, so what? You've felt those things before and you can feel these things again. It's just an experiment. If you're using that core skill of curiosity, it's just a little playground. It's a sandbox. It's just exploring. It's just wondering, what if? Why not? So what? And playing with the possibilities. It's lightening our white knuckle grip on trying to control the outcome and allowing for the reality that we aren't controlling all the outcomes. We're just in the spirit of our life, trying new things, seeing what happens, and trying again from there. That's the spirit of curiosity. That's using the core skill of curiosity and using my powerful 3 two-word questions. What if it all works out? What if I try it? What if I take 2% pressure off of me? Why not me? Why not now? Why not give it a go? Why not just see? Why not explore? Why not loosen up? And so what? So what? Really, so what? We're here for a short time only. And do you want to live a bold life? Do you want to try some hard things? Are you willing to blend in a little so what? All of this is said with love. All all of this is said with support. All of this is recognizing that there's good reason why you might be afraid, why you might be holding back, why you have past experiences that maybe have burned your fingers on the hot stove of disappointment. I get that. We've all had that. And I'm here to help support you, even with that fear, even with that holding back, even with that natural human reaction, because I think that you want more. I think your soul wants more. I think you're asking for more. I think you want to live a big life. So what do you do now? First, I'd like you to post in the group, what's your main takeaway from this short talk and these 3-word questions and this concept of curiosity? What are you wanting to take away? Second, come on over to my website, www.joeleader.com. Play around, have a look, see the freebies, and come see the Connect page, joeleader.com/connect. If you feel like this inquiry brings up resistance, brings up fear, brings up an identity challenge, brings up difficulty with being the version of you that you long to be, coaching could be just what you need to sprinkle a little solvent on the lock that is binding you. It's an interactive exchange where we look at where you're holding back and why, and start breaking down into little action steps so that you get to feel bolder, braver, more confident. You see yourself doing better, feeling better, and building momentum, and you're on your way. In September, as I'm recording this of 2023, I have a new free workshop coming up, and you'll learn about it. And I'm also offering a shortcut, a little half program for those of you who are curious about coaching, that think you just need a little something to unblock and unstuck yourself. It's a third of the whole program that I offer, and I think it could be for you. If you're curious about it, go to joeleader.com/connect, book a quick call with me, and I'll explain how these work, how coaching works, and we can decide, is coaching right for you with me? Or is there something free that you could do instead? Because I've got lots of free resources. All right, ladies, thank you so much for joining me with this short, how do you become more brave? Don't forget, I'd like to see your comments in our group, and we'll say farewell to Orcas Island, Washington. Bye for now.